Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks. Taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ducks will kick it away first. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They're going to open this drive with a pass. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Pucks it out of the air. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Leaves it with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determining whether this team gets in the playoff.
Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Quick pass on the fly motion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. And he missed it. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The misfire on the 49-yard field goal attempt sets him up with pretty good field position at the 32. The give on the inside. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass on 2nd down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Fires to the wideout. Got his man.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They're going to run it. Inside the 30. Oh, he's got some space. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, in a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. First play of the period, 1st down here. A designed run for the quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. The official says no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
Making side adjustments here. They'll move the wide receiver. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Turning it on! Smashes through the tackle. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll go to the fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yard situations, the goal-to-go situations. They got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a 3rd and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. That's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you got to have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Now on 1st down from the 40. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Gets it out quickly. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. fooled at all by the Wildcat. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, he leads it with the back. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He leaves it with his back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Oregon.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Going right to work up top. Pocket breaking down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Going to swing it on second down. Steps away to find some room. Finds his tight end. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. At midfield, he's got room. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Slithers into space. It's a running room. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we...
Oh, a lot of space. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Well, they tossed it out to the running back going to the right. They were able to seal the defense with some good blocks and just too much space in the open field. Nice job.
And the Wolverines, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Rides the back on the option, the give. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Hands it off. Plows through the defense. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The Wolverines come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Big noise, big house, trying to With the catch, it's Durham. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Ducks send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. He's got an open man. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Wolverines are on the move. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He wants to change this route. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It falls incomplete and will change into the field to get things started back up. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Never a doubt. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, Phyllis. Northwestern is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Evanston. They're trailing by 25 to Penn State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finds a little space. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get Hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have two hands on it this drive.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Gets it past the marker. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The offense set for a first down play. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack. But no time to celebrate. You got to line up right.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This guy's just playing like an All-American these last couple of games out now. Last game he had 2 sacks. He just registered his 2nd sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. Still on his feet at the 35. Hits the afterburners. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. Great job by the back on the option.
They call it the option because there's so many options on the play. There's so many things they can do. The defense did a good job taking away the quarterback. But, man, they lost track of the running back. Great blocking. Running back takes it all the way for the huge touchdown.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Breaks into the open. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Calls his own number. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll take it himself. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last 2 plays.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And the Ducks will call on their punt team. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
Man, we hear so much about aggressiveness. Interesting spot. You know, you're on your side of the field. It's a tie game. The clock ticks out. It's not the worst thing in the world, but we can't make a mistake in this situation.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. The play action fake. Moving out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
Looking for a crease. It's Tyree. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They're going to ride this running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Quarterback will keep it. Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Four quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
The Wolverines back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Rides to back and leaves it. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground, and getting upfield.
Using his legs, it's Tyree. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And you see him consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink. Now, do I have a jump ball wide receiver out wide I can throw the football to? How am I going to find that extra space and take care of the football while doing it?
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Michigan! They strike first here in overtime. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. What a mess. A delay of game on the two-point conversion attempt. That just can't happen. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. He's looking to pass. Finds his man. It's Durham. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Durham. Touchdown, Oregon! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie. They need this extra point to send it to double overtime.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. This quarterback part of their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. This thing has been back and forth now. 1st and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Durham. Touchdown, Ducks! It in to take the lead here in the second OT. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. A gut check on the doorstep. 3rd and goal here in overtime. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Oregon! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Zings it complete to the right. They got it. Executed beautifully, and the lead is 8 in double overtime. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Unleashes one. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
On 4th down, going to the air. Can't make the grab. The desperation